I'd like to talk to you about is shoes. Now, every girl likes a pair of shoes. Now, the thing about running is that it's not just about one pair of training shoes. I actually have several, and if you speak to runners, they'll speak to you about what their preferences are, whether they are the supinators or pronators, and all of this crazy stuff. The most important thing is that when you go to get your shoes, that you go to a professional running shop that can actually really study what your gait is and make sure that you get the right kind of shoes for you, because this is really important. This is the fundamental base that's going to make sure that you're running correctly and that you've got a good posture. So what kind of shoes do I use? Well, I have 3 different types that I really mix up between. So the first ones I'm going to show you, these are my Innovates. Now these are my absolute love and joy. They are really light and they are my minimalist shoes. Now I use these for very short runs and also for sprinting. So quite often as part of your program, you'll have to do some hill sprints where you're sprinting for like a 40 seconds to 60 seconds up a really steep, like an 8 to 10% incline, and it can be quite tough. So it's really good to have some light shoes to be able to do that in. The next shoes I have is the ones that's on my feet, so we can pan down. We've actually got my Asics Keanos. Now all of the marathons that I've run, I've actually run in these shoes, and I absolutely love them. And the Keanos are a little bit stiffer because I tend to pronate, and that means my feet roll in a little bit. But yeah, these are going to be my shoes of choice when I go to do the marathon. Now a new addition to my shoe stable is this one. Now this is called a Hoka One, and this is quite a revolutionary shoe that's just come out in the market. And what this is this shoe is really light. It's actually lighter than the Asics that I'm wearing today. And what this does is that you can see this has got a really thick base. Now although it's got a thick base, it's a very flat shoe because it's not good to have too much of an incline down onto the toe. But the great thing about these is it gives you a lot of cushioning. They call this a maximalist shoe. So we've got minimalist to maximalist. And I have to say, the running in these is like running in marshmallows. It's really, really fun. And it does mean that your legs get spared quite a bit on the long distances. And it does mean that you can, say from a relative beginner, start to run some long distances without it injuring you. So I would highly recommend you give these a go if you are new to running, especially, and you haven't run those long distances and perhaps your body's not quite used to it yet. I'll definitely give these a try.